Guitar Ninjas! In today's video we're going to have a look at Unholy Confessions by Avenged Sevenfold. So this is probably one of the hardest riff of the weeks that we've worked on so far, and we're going to have to think about a few things here. We've got to make sure that our guitar's in a drop D tuning, and we want to make sure that we're comfortable with palm muting and using our plectrum before we start this. So this riff is a really good exercise to get used to changing between the strings with our plectrum hand. We've got a lot of open Ds, which is now our 6th string, and then we're going to play some notes on the 5th string between those open Ds. Whilst we're playing that open 6th string, we're going to palm mute, but we're going to try and release the palm mute for the notes on the other strings, giving this riff. As always with the riff of the week, there's a link below to the tab. You can download the PDF and look at the tab whilst we're going through the video. So the riff starts with 2 open D strings. Remember, we've now got a drop D, so I suppose I should refer to it as the 6th string. So 2 open 6th strings, followed by the 5th fret on the 5th string. And we're going to palm mute the 2 open Ds on the 6th string. So you get this, palm, palm, open. Now with the first note we played 2 open 6 strings, but the next few notes we're going to just play 1 open 6 string between every note. So we had 2 before the 5, then we're going to play 1 open, and then we're going to play the 7th fret on the 5th string. Then 1 open, then 8th fret, then 1 open, and then 10th fret. Remembering that the open, I'm referring to the open 6th string whilst palm muting. So 2 open 6 followed by a 5th fret on the 5th string, 1 open 6 followed by the 7th fret on the 5th string, 1 open 6th followed by the 8th fret on the 5th string, 1 more open 6th string followed by the 10th fret on the 5th. So that should look like this without any palm mutes. So as you can hear, that's ringing out a lot, but it's a good way to get used to this if you haven't got palm muting down yet. If you have got palm muting, then it should look and sound like this. Again, slower. So again, 5, 7, 8, and 10. Going 1 finger per fret up to the 8, and then taking that little finger up to the 10th fret. So now we've completed the run up to 10th fret. We're then going to go back to 8th fret, again with an open 6th string beforehand, then 1 more open 6 to go back to the 7, but this time we're going to turn that 7 into a trill, and we're going to go 7, 8, 7. So we end up going all the way up as we've done at the beginning, then 1 more open 6 and then an 8, 1 more open 6, and then 7, 8, 7 as a trill. So that full run again. Now instead of stopping that trill with another open 6, we're actually going to bring our little finger up to the 6th string on 10th fret. So we get that trill to that 10th fret. Okay, so I'm just going to go through that a couple more times for you to see it. So we got the 6th open twice, both palm muted, 5th fret on the 5th, 1 open 6th palm muted, 7th fret on the 5th, open 6th palm muted once again, then 8th fret on the 5th string, then 1 more open 6th again palm muted, then 10th fret on the 5th, then open 6th once more, back to 8, 1 more open 6th palm muted, and then we've got our trill 7, 8, 7, and then the 10th fret on the 6th string. So that's our first fretted note on the 6th string, is that far in. So the hardest thing with this is just getting that speed up. So if you're looking at the tab, that is the whole of the first bar. Now there's 4 bars to this, But there's only one more tricky one to really get down, because we've got this, a second bar that's got a bit going on, the first one repeated again, and then the last bar is literally just a couple of notes. Okay, so let's have a look at the second bar. The second bar looks like this. So we're going to take a similar pattern that we did in the first bar, where we're going to play the 6th string twice, then a note, then the 6th string once between the other notes. However, instead of playing the 6th string open now, we're actually going to apply a fretted note, which is going to be 8th fret. So we're going to start with 2 8th frets on the 6th, again palm muted, followed by the 10th fret on the 5th string. Then a single 8th fret, then 8 on the 5th, a single 8 again, and then 7. When you see me playing this, you'll see me use the fingers like so. Now ideally that little finger isn't the perfect stretch, so we should ideally be using the ring finger. I've been playing this for a long time and got into a few bad habits. So let me show you again with the right fingers. Other people might want to be able to keep their hand still the whole time, so they'll play 8th fret on the 6th string with their middle finger, and we'll get this pattern instead. Whereas I'm most comfy playing it like so. Okay, so that's 2 8 on the 6th string, followed by 10 on the 5th, 1 8 on the 6th, followed by 1 8 on the 5th, 1 8 on the 6th, followed by 1 7 on the 5th. And then we move back to the 7th fret on the 6th string for the next few notes. So now we're going to play a double 7 on the 6th, followed by a 7 on the 5th, then back to a 7 on the 6th before we start to work up. So instead of playing the 7s on the different strings by jumping my finger up and down, what I'm going to do is roll my finger. So I'm going to play the first note on the top of the finger, and then I'm going to roll the next note with the print of the finger. So I get this with just those 7 frets. After that, we're then going to have an 8th fret on the 5th. Again, that 7 is going to be there on the 6th string afterwards. And now we're going to go to that 10 on the 6th string again. So we get this. So that's the whole of the second bar. Let's look at that second bar again. And then the first and second bars together. And slower. And once more at full speed. So don't worry if you think that you're only halfway through because we've only done 2 bars. You're far more than that. We've almost finished completely. The third bar is the same as the first bar, so we get to just play that same riff once again. And then for the last bar, all we're going to do is play the 8th fret twice. And then the 7th fret twice. Now, because we're in drop D, we're actually power chording this, but with just one finger. So flattened finger over 2 or 3 strings. I tend to go for 3. And then as soon as I finish the notes, I'm going to stop the strings ringing so they punch. Instead of getting this, I want to... So there we have it, the full riff, like so. I hope you enjoyed that. That was Avenged Sevenfold's Unholy Confessions. You now know how to play the intro. There's a new Riff of the Week video every single week, so please subscribe if you haven't already and check some of the other videos out. I also do some fun music challenges and all sorts of other things in other videos, so there's at least 2 videos a week every week. So thank you guys very much for watching this. If you found it helpful, please give it that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, comment what you think I should do for a later Riff of the Week, and I'll catch you in a new video soon. Bye!